MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And it's finally Friday.
It is.
So we welcome that in today as we head into a 3-day weekend. Mm-hmm. Not many of those, are there?
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
So are we doing cookings, campings? What y'all doing?
No, I wish we'd have scheduled to go camping, but I'm sure it's probably going to be packed. I don't like to go when it's super packed in the campground because it's just, I don't know, I don't like that.
And should anybody see a spider on Candace as she's live on television, please pass it along in the comments because she's been kind of worried about where the little creepy fella went a while ago.
Well, I ran through a spider when I was trying to run to get in here because you know how I just fly in at the last minute. But yeah, I ran through a spider web. So I told Scotty Ray if he sees a spider anywhere on me, let me know.
So
if I go crazy on camera, you know why.
The, spiders generally make people do weird things. You ever seen somebody drive? And that's what's bad is when they're driving, they let go of the steering wheel, start yanking and jumping and hollering. And
yeah.
Accident will happen quickly there.
Goodness.
So keep that in mind. Let's see, overnight or over the last 24 hours, so the Kemper County Sheriff's Department, James Moore's been busy. Mm-hmm. He made an arrest of some folks that were grand larceny. Taking a few things that may not have been theirs. Mm-hmm. May have been their mother-in-law's. They may get to spend some time in jail now for taking some guns that, well, shame on you.
Mm-hmm. So if your mother-in-law didn't like you, she really don't like you now.
So they've got some problems. Also, as we go to Kemper County, let's pull this up. This is a sad story. As we're breaking news this morning, James Moore is passing this along. This is a young lady that is missing in around DeKalb, Mississippi, off of Old Jackson Road. Her name is Molly, and she has dementia. They are searching for her right now. And let me pull up and get a bigger picture there of her. If you happen to know Molly, see Molly anywhere on the Old Jackson Road there, please pass this along and call authorities. They've got bloodhounds out now searching for her. Mm-hmm. If that doesn't work, I think they'll turn to some aerial some helicopters to look for her.
That's always, that's a scary thing.
7 p.m. till now, that's a long time to be wandering around in the dark by yourself.
Yes.
So that's sadness.
You know she's got to be scared.
Yeah. I'm scared just sitting next to you. I can't imagine.
What you scared of with me, Scotty Ray?
So, again, with all seriousness, keep her and the family in hearts. If you live in that area, help out where you can. They can, I think she's wandered off once or twice before. And, you can go down an old logging road and they go on and on and on forever. Mm-hmm. So if there's anything that you can do in that community, help out with that. They would certainly appreciate that. Good morning to everybody. As we begin this Friday, let's see what all is going to be going on. Most businesses will be closed down on Monday.
Yeah.
So expect that. Don't be going to the post office. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't know if garbage pickup happens on Monday or not. Usually they run even on the holidays a lot of times, but I don't know.
You got me on that one.
I'm not sure about Monday. That would be our day to get ours picked up.
We'll check that out. Let's see here. Some other things that are shaking. Oh, I wanted to mention the Shriners. Let's go over here. There's several things going on today with the Shriners. Let me go down to my list here for what we got. The Shriners are going to be selling today again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the boiled peanuts. They have the salted and the Cajun. And boiled peanuts, I don't know who don't. Do you like boiled?
Oh, I love them.
I love them too. Yeah.
Now, it's art to it.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Not everybody.
Not everybody can. And not everybody can get them salty enough, because sometimes they just taste bland. But
so do you go for the Cajun side, or you say just more strictly on the salted side?
I like just salted peanuts.
Because the Cajun side can light your world.
It probably can.
If it's not done just right. But they're going to have that, and theirs are right. 693-1361 is the number to call to pre-order, or you can just drop in. I passed by yesterday afternoon, a big crowd coming in and out after those boiled peanuts. So if you've got boiled peanuts on your mind, that's where to go. You'll love them. Also, we have a rummage sale going on today, the Roadside Rescue that helps puppy dogs in the area. If you've got dogs, y'all understand go by and see here they're having a yard sale in Marion, also there at the four-way stop. And it goes to help raise funds to pay the vet bills, all these pups that they pick up.
Yeah, and I mean, they have to have food and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure they probably take donations for all that.
Yes.
Too,
So anything that you can help out with the roadside rescue, it takes a special person to want to jump out and help.
Yes.
And anything that you can do to help them, that would be greatly appreciated.
Speaking of pets, yesterday, I posted that we were missing our
let's go
3
ahead.
dogs, and I mean, it was like, this. It was scary for us. I mean, missing our little dogs.
This is why her husband works 5 jobs, is trying to feed these critters.
Look, the brown one is the culprit, okay? He's the one who
He's
leads.
kind of like, his nickname is Candace.
No, his name is Reese, but he leads them astray.
Yeah.
Like, this is the 3rd time. So, yeah. I mean, he'll turn around and look at them. Like my mother said, he's not doing that. I said, Mama, he will turn around and look at them like, are you coming? If they stop following him, and then they'll come on and follow him. He's kind of like the little ringleader. So anyway,
everybody's got to have a leader.
2 came back yesterday, and 1 my husband found this morning a mile or so away from the house, wondering. I guess he was trying to get back home. I don't know. But anyway, they're home safe. And I appreciate everybody who shared that post. Everybody who, said they were praying for us with it. Because, I mean, that is a part of our family. They're parts of our family. So, and my little boy was just last night distraught. Because that's he said, this has been the worst day. He said, I lost my best dog brother. So, anyway, but he's home safe.
So we that's good news. As you get your pets back, it's always to get them caught back up and back at the house there. Mm-hmm. So we're already 7 minutes into the hour, and let's address the next issue that we got, because this is extremely sad. As news broke yesterday that an accident had happened on Sunshine Farms Road near Covington Fish Farm. At first, we thought it maybe was a car wreck. We weren't really sure. Then we found out that maybe it was off the highway. At the end of the day, we find out that a senior at West Lauderdale has lost his life. Condolences to the family. We cannot stress that enough.
I cannot even imagine the pain that they're going through right now. I mean, it's just heartbreaking and heart-wrenching, and we do want to pray for them. Everybody lift them up in prayer and hope that they get comfort and peace at this time. Because I can't imagine losing a child. It would be the worst thing.
And I don't know all the circumstances, but somehow or another, a truck either rolled and pinned him down. Details are sketchy,
right.
But at the end of the day, a family has lost a child. Classmates have lost a classmate. Sad beyond.
Oh yeah. Goodness, it makes you at a loss for words.
It does.
Because you really don't know what to say. I mean, I can't imagine. My heart goes out to them.
So everyone, as you go about your day, their lives are affected forever. For a brief moment, we pause and we join them in this mournful, but this will not go away for them tonight, tomorrow,
right.
The next day. It is a lifelong emptiness that will be there, and there's only one person that can help them. That's God, to lead them through a dark time. And I thought we'd pause for a brief moment, and this is we go back, and I got this pulled up when Scott was in with me, and this is a psalm that really, when he lost his son, that he wrote here locally, and I thought we'd play that this morning. This was back during Scott's album release when it was coming out. I think we recorded this on right around Christmas, somewhere right around there. And I thought we'd go back to the video and play this as Scott joined me live here in the studio, and we recorded this. I didn't have as nice of lights then, so the picture won't be as great as it is today. But nonetheless, the words are still touching, and I thought we'd share that. And let's join Scott again, going back a few months, and hear Scott sing this.
Well, the trees are turning, and you know it won't be long. The leaves will fall, and then one morning you just wake up and they're gone. An empty place around the table, a number still in my phone. And though it seems like it will be forever, won't be long. God, a day is like 1,000 years. 1,000 years is like a day. And I wonder if they're ever waving to us, or for a time do we just fade away? It don't really matter. If I'm right or wrong, if I have to wait a lifetime, it won't be long. Won't be long, 'cause 30 years is gone in a minute. The world seems smaller now, and the sky looks kinda different. It won't be long in this place I don't belong. It's not my home. It won't be long. Colors come and go, and before I know, there's less in front of me than behind. You think the tears have all run dry, but then they fill up in my eyes every time I have to tell someone goodbye. Won't be long, 'cause 30 years is gone in a second. The world seems stranger now, and the sky not so distant. It won't be long in this place I don't belong. It's not my home. It won't be long, this journey that we're on. Be long.
I was leaving home with a car full of my friends when suddenly we were thrust off of the road. A direct hit from behind. We were involved in a car accident.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
I'm JC from Starkville, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $200,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. Well, that's one of the places you'll find chicks that look like this. Mm-hmm. Chicks dig it. If you're looking for chickens, they have a few left over. Go by and see them at the Farm Supply. They'll make you a great deal and, well, great pets there. Maybe give you some eggs there before it's all said and done. As we head into fall, you always need an extra wreath. You need a little extra something to, is it the word accent? Is that the word?
I think Angie needs to go.
Yeah, you're really, really trying to add to our collection here. We've got a lot.
I need to go and get in the fall spirit.
I actually think the farm supply buys from Angie.
Yeah.
I really do.
Look, that would be a good idea. too.
Check them out, though. They've got exactly what you need. Give thanks. That's what it's all about. As we head toward Halloween, they'll have that as well. All of these things. The big thing the farm supply is focusing on right now is deer season because, well, so many of us hunt. We actually love it. It's an addiction. We know we have a habit, and that's where we meet. The farm supply, from game cameras to seed feed, all of this stuff. From your hunting boots, they've got this. If you need deck boots, they've got this also. If you're looking for the latest, the 50-pound bag of corn, roasted soybeans, and peanuts, all mixed together, they've got that also. A flashlight for the truck, for the deer stand, an extra one for the coat, or maybe you just don't have one at all. They've got all the latest when it comes to flashlights there for you at the farm supply, including pet supplies and things of that nature, flies, insecticides. Yep, as I mentioned, getting ready for that. Make sure to get your wheat and all of that. Get it planted.
Get your corn.
Yeah, got to have it. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off the interstate, is the place to head to, and they will help you out. Already Friday, it has been a busy, busy week.
It has. It's been a real busy week and a sad week. You know, there's been a lot of people that's passed away. And I see up here, Karen Wiggs Palmer said that prayers for Dr. Carney's family as they mourn his passing.
Yes.
Yesterday.
So sad. Such a great fellow in our community.
The veterinarian.
Yes.
Is that right? Mm-hmm.
So we do that. And also, Ray Strebeck mentioned to please pray for Ashley Strebeck and Steve Mufford. They lost Chris. Was it last week in a car wreck?
Yes.
2 weeks ago. We pass along condolences to them. You never, ever get over all of this.
It's just one thing right after another. You know, it's just, I've lived 47 years and I've never felt this much like of loss, you know.
Well, I think the older we get, the more we understand it. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
It happens when we're younger, but the older you get, you realize that each of us has a time card.
Yeah.
And one day, and it could be tomorrow, that's going to be punched, and you're just not guaranteed anything. And that's why we always stress of, live each day like it's your last, and also get to know an old boy named Jesus.
Right.
And that way, no matter what happens tomorrow, it's going to be all right. The issue comes when you don't know that old boy and what will happen to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So get to know him, and the rest of it's just sunshine. You face each day with a smile, or at least you try to.
Well,
Ain't none of us want to load the bus today, I don't think.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Greyhound.
I know. I guess with the pandemic and everything, it just seems like, or the virus, I don't know if it's still considered, I guess it is pandemic. I don't know.
Yeah, whichever way you want to call
Right.
it.
But
Though,
with the virus and everything, it just seems like the loss is just so major. Like there's so many people losing people.
there were a
sad.
few that we lost that first round, but most of it, as that happened, we sat here in Mississippi and we heard it from other parts. Now, I'm not saying that people from here didn't die, but this time around, it has hit a lot closer to home. We've seen more deaths without a shadow of a doubt. I know more people this time that has passed away.
Right.
Sadness. It breaks your heart.
And I don't know. With the vaccine and everything, I want to bring this up. I think a lot of people they're trying to, the vaccine I know is important. I'm not trying to, but I saw a
think so.
post yesterday on Facebook where they went through the stages of COVID. Have you seen that? The
No,
7
no.
stages of COVID. And I know the reason for posting that was probably because they want people to look at that and go, this is why you need to get vaccinated. So maybe you won't go through this major. But, people are reading that, who their loved ones have gone through it. And it's kind of like putting
But is it posted?
pouring salt in the wound.
But is it to show that if this could happen to you,
Yes,
go
it
ahead and take
is.
that
It
step?
is, but
Try
there's-
to save a life.
It is. And I know they're trying to save a life, but they're also hurting people too that have gone through the loss.
And I have
of a
not been
loved
through
one.
what y'all have.
Right.
So
it was horrible. And to sit there and read in words what
they
your
suffered.
loved one probably went through it's just heart wrenching. And I just,
And by,
I know they mean well probably, but it's
I think
not.
they're, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all watching, please post. I think it's almost to a point to where they're willing to try anything to shake people up to go,
Oh, yeah.
hey, do something because we don't want you to end up this way.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
again, let me say this. I understand the right to choose if you want the vaccine or not. I get it. You should be able to make that choice.
Yeah.
Is the vaccine 100% going to save your life? Absolutely not. But it does, I think, give you a little bit more of a chance. Do I know 20 years from now what's going to happen to your body? I don't.
Right. And I believe that. I do. I'm not putting that down, but
No,
I can't imagine what these healthcare workers are having to go through. And I think it was a healthcare worker who posted that and you know, but I saw some people sharing it and stuff, and I completely understand. But I guess what I'm saying is just take into consideration too that there are people who have lost people to the virus, and you know they got to wonder in their mind what their loved one went through if they couldn't have been there, and it's just it's
and you know, I don't know what this is goes with COVID. I had a friend here locally, and a lot of people know him, and I won't say his name, but those 2 weeks before he passed away, his fingers from right here on up turned solid black on both hands.
Yeah,
now,
I've heard of that. I've heard of somebody, their whole fingers and everything turned. I don't know what caused.
It can't have been good.
Yeah, I don't know what causes that, but I have heard that.
So there's controversy on both sides of this, and then there's the folks that believe in taking the medicine from the farm supplies that's used for farm animals. Then you have the doctor's side that say, please don't do this. This could have longer term effects to you than you can even imagine on down the road. And then the argument on their side is, well, that same medicine is given to humans, but it's given in different proportions. And if that proportion isn't done right, at the end of the day, talk to a doctor, somebody who's been to college, who knows. Scotty Ray doesn't know anything about all this. I never studied medicine. I don't.
Yeah.
But talk to those folks that went to school, who's done this all their lives. It's like your profession.
Right.
You know hair. You know all about it. I'm still trying to figure out what I know in life. I'm working on that, y'all. I'm trying real hard there.
Somebody said there's people who've lost family from the vaccine side effect too. You know, so we don't. I just think that nobody except for God knows everything about this, and I think the only thing we can do is pray about it. You know, it's just an overwhelming thing. I mean, the whole thing is just overwhelming to me.
Linda Jane said she lost her nephew, Scotty. He was 58 this week. I knew Scotty very well. Condolences to Scotty's family there. She lost him to cancer. Cancer is another one that, oh my goodness. Of course, you know, Angie had it. Spooked us bad.
Yeah,
she's recovered.
My mother had colon cancer. She had colon cancer. She's 74 now. I think she was 57.
I guess of all my fears, probably cancer is that one in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Because I ain't went and got that little flashlight thing, and I don't want to go near them people. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to go near y'all because I see people stopping there at 5 a.m. and thinking their world is not good. Because I know what you give them to drink the night before, and it ain't pretty.
Yeah, I have to have the joy of getting that done pretty soon. So, because my mother had colon cancer, they said to count back. This is what he told me: count back 10 years from when she was diagnosed, and that is when you need to get your test. That's what I was told. So 47 would be now. You know. Yeah, and I should have already went. I'm a little late, but front row. But at the end of the day, we say have prayers for people, be patient, try to work with each other, because I see too many fights over the vaccine and not vaccine. Don't fight. And because really the main goal, I think, is to try to keep you alive and keep you out of the hospital. Yeah, if possible. It's not you get the vaccine so you can't give it to somebody, because you can still give it to somebody even if you've been vaccinated. You can get it and you can give it. So quit bashing people about saying they're spreading it, because you can spread it too.
Yeah, everybody
You just might not get as sick. You know, so
I'm sure that there's people that have it now that have no idea they have it. You wouldn't. Some headline news this morning that we see, and there's two stories to this. The Supreme Court, have you read this, where they have upheld the Texas law to where it bans abortions at 6 weeks period?
Yeah, I did.
That's a big deal for saving lives.
Yes.
Now, on the other side of the fence, we go to this next story that is out there, and this comes from the White House. As we all know, Joe Biden and his staff is for abortion. There's no other way to word this. And reporters were pounding them of he's supposed to be Catholic, and Catholic teaches you not to do this. And Jen Psaki, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's defending it, saying you're not a woman. You have no idea what a woman's choices are. There's a choice of life or death. Am I wrong?
What is, I mean, you're pushing killing babies.
Up until birth.
And then you're pushing, let's save your life, take this vaccine.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's very confusing. And then when you have someone say they're Catholic, but they still believe in Catholic is by no means, from what I understand, that's a no-no.
Yeah, they don't agree with it at all.
So where does Joe? I scratch my head on this. I truly do. I know it's a controversy that will probably never be settled in the United States, but a child is a child, like that or not, believe in me or not. That is the truth of that, and one day others will find out before somebody higher than me of what the truth is.
Yeah,
that's the best that I can say about that. Also wanted to bring this up about the horses in town. We're going to be in touch with a couple that she sent me a message earlier in the week about setting up a GoFundMe page to raise money to adopt the Clydesdale, and we'll be in touch with them. It's been an extremely busy week, and I'll be in touch with them hopefully today and get them on with us next week to talk about that.
Okay.
And got to take care of those horses. Big old boys there. Let's see here. I don't understand quite everything that happens in life, but there's things that are horrible that happen, and hopefully they will be judged today. But a Nevada man who is 27 years old was tortured for hours with axes, knives, before he was stripped and forced to jump off a cliff. Bad guys, real bad guys. They've arrested all four of the guys that have done this to this fellow. Hopefully they will spend forever behind bars, if not something more serious.
Yeah, that is awful.
As I said, that's just stuff that you just don't understand. That's out there. Shakes you up.
Craziness in this world.
It is.
Just crazy.
As you remember, what was this, a year or two ago, the young lady that was from Macon, Mississippi, that was set on fire? Do y'all remember that? On a dirt road up there and killed? They arrested the guy. They finally got him. What makes an individual be so cruel, so mean?
Now, this was not the one where the girl had a boyfriend that set her on fire.
Yes. This was she was from Macon, Mississippi, up in that area. It seems like, I'm trying to remember the picture. I don't remember her name. Seems like she was redheaded.
Okay.
Happened on a dirt road outside of town, and maybe it was videoed, if I remember right, parts of it. They did catch him.
Good.
And I don't remember what sentencing was for it. I'm sure most people from that area would remember what I'm talking about. So, it did that. That's just bad stuff there. We find out today that Hurricane Ida has claimed 45 lives at this point across the Northeast with all the flooding. Yesterday it was in the 20s. It's up to 45 right now.
Goodness.
So keep those in your thoughts and prayers that are in the Northeast area. There, 45 people. Wow, that's a lot of folks there.
That is.
And this is starting. It started out with one news source across America covering it. Now it's turned into a huge story, because I don't think there's a person alive that hadn't drove to the window that said, "Hey, I want one of them ice cream sundaes,"
Or I want a milkshake. Yeah.
and they say, "Whoops, can't have that."
Yeah, it's broken. It's bad. I think you have to be as aggravated as I was when I went to Sonic. And they had these cheesecake blasts. Did any of y'all have those?
Never heard of it.
I'm telling you, they were the best thing. I mean, and I went in one day, I went through the drive-thru and I was like, I need to get a cheesecake blast. We don't have that anymore. And I'm like, what? What? She said, we're out of the cheesecake things. And I was like, oh, okay. So temporarily out, they're going to have it. Went about 2 weeks later. Oh, we no longer have that. And I'm like, oh gosh.
But nationally, McDonald's, and let me make this point across. This is not your local McDonald's fault. It's not the McDonald's that you pull into it, their fault either. It is most likely the manufacturer who makes the machine that makes their ice cream. It goes through these rigorous cleaning things that you have to do, and if anything is off, it won't work.
When they said too, it's super complicated to work the machine.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Wow.
So we're not blaming McDonald's by any means, but I think it's time that McDonald's headquarters looks at maybe hiring someone else to make their machine, because it has become the blunt of the joke from Wendy's and all the other fast food things of, well, theirs is not going to work. Right. And then you go, okay, well, Frosty will be okay today. I'll just go ahead and take that. But it is really hard to beat that 99-cent, or maybe they've gone up, caramel ice cream sundae. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good.
The milkshakes were really good too. So, but
Glenn Jackson says, I have found out this week that Popeyes no longer has liver or corn on the cob or shrimp po' boy. I didn't know they had it to begin with, but was it good?
Yeah, I didn't know they had that either.
Apparently that must have been something wonderful there.
Goodness.
I'm trying to think of things that mine are usually pretty good staples. Oh yeah, the Big Nasty. What went on there? You go in McAllister's and the Big Nasty is no longer nasty.
What was that, a baked potato?
No, it was like the Pasquale's roast beef with all the gravy smeared all over the top of it, and you get it all over your face, and you feel wonderful and get it on your white shirt and you leave with a big smile. I think that's gone. Subway no longer serves Subway Club. That's right. The little our American right's been slowly taken away.
I know. I used to get a grilled chicken salad from McAllister's with Italian dressing, and now they no longer have the Italian dressing. I'm like, who don't have Italian dressing? That should be a staple.
Well, see, I'm just ranch. Yeah. I'm just the old ranch boy there. Give me my steak, give me my ranch dressing, and I'm a happy camper, and I don't mess with nobody.
That's how my daughter was. She had to have ranch on everything.
But if you change your menu to give me number one, usually the number ones last past everything. That's that quarter pounder with cheese. It's going to be there forever. The Wendy's burger, it'll be there.
Yeah.
It's when you get to the McGrilled, I guess that they change the menu every once in a while to spice things up.
Yeah.
But I'm a standard type person.
Glenn and Wanda Jackson says these deletions might be good for our health. They probably are. They probably are like contributing to the clogging of our arteries.
What was old Tim McGraw song, A 99-Cent Heart Attack?
Yeah.
We all remember those. But, you know, and Dylan Ray is the experimental in the family who's going to try something new at the restaurant every time. Not me. Chino special. Just bring me what I know is good, and my life is good.
Yeah, I like the Chino special too. Isn't that the
it's the Texas fajita and what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's on a bed of rice or something.
Well, you get rice and
that's the fajita special that I'm thinking.
You get steak, chicken, and also shrimp mixed in with it.
Okay.
Whatever that's called, that's what they bring to me every time.
Yeah.
And then smear a bunch of cheese all over the top of it. And then like 15 bags of chips, and then you can't walk out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You have to roll you out.
But it's always fun to get that.
I'm hungry now.
See, but there's a lot of people that
I'm starving already.
Are you one of those that try something new every time you go into a restaurant?
I will try something new, but 9 times out of 10, I don't like it when I do. So, and I hate to complain, because I hate to sit there and complain to my husband like, this is not good. So I'll just kind of suck it up and go on, just don't get it again.
And I'm also that person who will not read the menu. I have in my head what I want, and as the waiter comes back, if it's someplace I've never, and I go,
this, see it, right?
Well, that's a huge part of it. It really is.
I'm serious. I can't see it either if I don't have my glasses.
But I like to, all right, this is what I like to eat. What are you offering that? Which one do you suggest? Okay, give me that. And then my order's pretty much over.
Yeah.
I don't like reading menus.
Oh gosh. Especially in low lighting, you can't read stuff. If you don't have good lighting and,
Gail done broke out the big guns on the comments over here and told us.
Chick-fil-A ice cream machines, they're usually working.
There you go.
That's right. Chick-fil-A's got it. They have got it, down pat.
I think they actually work for Chris McDaniel because everything smooths and works right.
If you hadn't tried those peach milkshakes.
I have not.
You got to go try one of those. The only problem with that is a piece of the peach gets stuck in the straw. and you can't get it through there.
I bet you can.
I'm serious. Like, that's aggravating. But they have got the best peach milkshakes and some kind of frosted lemonade or something that's really good.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this next subject, and let me find the story here, but I think we need to bring this up. As we found out, so many, 200 American citizens were left behind in Afghanistan, which is awful. The translator that saved Joe Biden's life was left behind, we find out. This one, now, I'm not saying that this life is worth better than this life, but it tugs at my heart because I am an animal lover, a dog lover. We find out that dozens and dozens of dogs were left behind in their cages next to airplanes. And that would have to be at the direction of someone in higher command to leave those animals who served. I mean, they're just like an officer, a soldier there.
That's awful.
They put their life on the line every day.
And they've been like trained, so trained, and they just have left them behind. I mean, it's
and
horrible.
I don't have the number, but that is a headline that is out there, and I thought you should know. I wish I knew more to tell you there, but
this is that is so sad about the animals, but the American people left behind.
200.
I mean,
and now he claims, and let me see if I can find this.
Should we really be so surprised, though? Because was he not vice president when the Benghazi stuff happened?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And, I mean, they acted like that wasn't that big of a deal either. I mean, he acts like this is not a big deal. And
Charlie Daniels never forgot it and posted it every single day.
That was a horrible thing. Horrible.
Yeah.
And, they just act like, let's move on, We've got people over there stranded. There were students, right, from California, some students. I think possibly preachers over there, like pastors from America had gone over there.
Yep. I was looking for a post that was made, but there's so many on the president's page today, on Joe Biden's page, and I was going to list that. And it basically went in to saying that it was talking about the hurricane victims. Don't worry, I'm going to be here for you, is basically what he was saying. And the first comment under it was, like you were for our soldiers in Afghanistan. And it was so ironic the way the response was to what he said. And I wanted to share that, and I can't find it. There's just so many listed there. But
this is why people don't trust
the government. It is.
You wonder why people question the vaccine. I mean, they don't trust. I mean, I don't trust somebody pushing something that goes along with killing a child.
Yeah.
You think that's okay? I mean,
no, it's not.
It may be a woman's choice, but it's also a choice to make the choice to make the child too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what you're getting into. You still shouldn't take a life.
No,
it's taking a life. I don't care how you put it.
Okay, we got a note there. Now, this may be a note. Amanda Griffith says she read where all the dogs have been rescued. So, okay. And also Teresa Whitaker states that. Okay. I'm glad I didn't see the ending of that story.
That's good.
That makes my heart feel better. So
I just wish they could get our people.
Yeah, I back up on my statement of I'm glad that I don't understand why they weren't taken originally. Maybe the plane was full, but thank heavens they were saved. That's great news.
Did I hear, have you heard anything about it's not the government going in, but like just
soldiers
people,
of the A-team kind of like?
Huh?
The A-team?
People going in to get our people out that are not the government, like they're going in, maybe past military people.
I read a guy that went in to get his family, and he's pinned down, and he's been making cell phone calls where he's hid to where he can't get out. Oh, so really? I don't know.
Okay.
And it could be kind of like the mercenary thing where people hire somebody.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that, but that could be.
Yeah.
We pray every one of these get out.
Yes, we do.
We know that not every Afghanistan is going to make it that help the United States because they are now going door to door. We do know that is happening out there. So, Prayers everywhere around is what we send up today. We want you to help all these folks. Yes. We turn to our friends at Godwin Cleaning Services. Well, they've got central office in Alabama and also right here in Meridian, Mississippi. As we showed this picture the other day, this is what Harry's place used to look like. Now this is Harry's place now. Doesn't it look better?
It does look a lot better.
Yeah. You have your canopy cleaned at your business, your home, whichever you got there. It's a soft cleaning. It won't tear up your material. Looks a whole lot better too. Made it look brand new. This is a home that's had their brick cleaned, and this is what you call the plastic vinyl siding here. That's been cleaned. This is a water pipe that ran out. Look at the stain that it had left behind. Looks brand spanking new now.
It does.
And this is a building, metal buildings that's been cleaned, put back. See them today. They will really take their time and make this right again. They'll get it done most likely in half a day, get your home back. This is a roof. And this happens over time that you really don't realize that your roof looks like this. Here's another example. Would you have even noticed that pulling up? Maybe not. Here's another one that looked black, and that's really what it looked like.
Yeah, you would have thought the roof was originally black.
Yeah. So if you'd like to put your roof back to making it look like the way it did when you built your home, call them. 253-8262. They can help you out. Here's some brick. Godwin Cleaning Services. They do this right here in Meridian. That's a wall there, a little divider there. Keep your neighbor from looking at you.
Yeah.
Keep your wall clean. See them. Godwin Cleaning Services. Again, they're located here in Meridian. 601-253-8262. You call. They'll come running and have your house looking a whole lot better quickly.
First 10 days following an accident are crucial. Insurance companies don't wait. They have a staff of adjusters, attorneys, and investigators collecting information that can be used against you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
Already, as we said, a Friday as we get ready to celebrate Labor Day. Labor Day takes care of the men and women who work every day, and we hope you'll get to enjoy that day off. We understand there's some folks that, well, this is the 40-hour week. You got to go regardless. Your job requires you to do that. It was 1777 on this date, the very first time this Old Glory was picked up and headed into battle. Today was the very first day the 1776 flag went off into the Revolutionary War after it was designed. Interesting piece of history. Didn't know that today was it. Who couldn't remember this? And I went back and listened to this at about 4 a.m. this morning. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. Do y'all remember all of that? Hank Thompson wrote the original song that was compiled from. And what a great song. He was born on this date back in 1925. The clarity of the song is just as good today as it was then. So check that out if you get a chance there. Hank Thompson, The Wild Side of Life was the name of the song, and his wife was hanging out in honky-tonks and doing bad things there, and he told her he didn't know it was God who made him. Yeah. 1933, this guy would become a part of the Waylon Jennings explosion during the 1970s. Tom Paul Glazier. And man, what songs he put out. Put Another Log on the Fire. Just countless songs that he done there. Tom Paul has a birthday today. He was born on this date. He passed away in 2013, but he was a legend. Without a doubt there. I liked him a whole bunch.
I don't guess I knew any of these people like
Tom Paul.
He kind of looked like Waylon Jennings though. Like he had that kind of.
He did have it was the outlaw look that they had back in the day. I was trying to remember a couple more. I had some more songs this stage. 1965 brought about what we would almost call a playboy, I guess is what you would call it. He was funny. He was in Young Guns. Y'all loved him. And, well, he went on to be in 2.5 Men. And, well, today's his birthday, too.
Okay, so is his real name Carlos Estevez?
Maybe so.
Huh. Well, that would kind of make where Emilio Estevez, his brother.
Well, let's. Yeah, I guess I've never
like
really.
Carlos.
Wikipedia. I can never say that word. I get.
Have any
picked
of
on.
y'all ever? Did you ever know that Charlie Sheen's name was Carlos?
Let's see what
Like his real name.
Oh yeah, that's what they say here.
Carlos Erwin Estevez, professionally known as Charlie Sheen.
Did not know that. Look at you picking up on the side notes there.
But that makes sense that his brother is Emilio Estevez. So what would his dad's real name be? Because he's a Sheen. Martin Sheen?
Maybe he's adopted. I don't know.
Isn't his dad's name Martin?
I thought so.
Maybe his dad is an Estevez.
That could be too.
Because you don't take your mother. Well, I guess you could take your mother's name.
They do. The Spanish folks do.
Okay.
And
well,
I got
maybe the-
really confused on that when I worked with a bunch of folks. They take the father's name and the mother's name and they mix it, and they come up with a name.
Oh, okay.
Then when you get over here, it gets really confusing.
Yeah. Well, maybe his mother was Estevez.
Yeah. We're going to put you on this and let you solve the mystery of all of this as it comes unfolds
Look at it.
there. Didn't know that. Yeah. Well, Charlie Sheen there. It's easier to say Charlie Sheen. 1974, it would be a big #1 hit for him as we saw Ronnie Millsap's Don't Tell Me How the Story Ends. It went #1 on this day. And he had so many huge hits during the 70s and 80s.
Is he still alive?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
he's still out there. He lost a son 2 or 3 years ago. But he's a great
I
person.
didn't realize he had a son.
Yeah,
Okay.
whole family there. And if you've ever had a chance to meet him, super nice guy. You couldn't ask for a better person. Has such a great outlook on life, great sense of humor. We go back to 1986 on this date. It went #1, and I dug up the picture because Randy Travis went back. His album Storms of Life, where he went and made the picture in front of the old store with the truck. Here it is.
Okay.
And then this is what it looks like today. It's gone. Randy went
goodness.
back, and it's gone.
Yeah.
They're going to be releasing the 35th anniversary of this, the deluxe edition, on September the 24th of this year. So if you're a big Randy Travis fan and want to go back to an old mail pouch tobacco sign that reads Montgomery Ward, you can also get that.
Have you
Love
ever
it.
have you ever been to any old stores?
As
You've
in,
been to the Causeyville store?
yes.
That is a neat store if you've never been in there. It's really neat. I guess it's still open. I don't know.
They've been having auctions out there.
Oh,
haven't
have
they?
they? I don't know, but I've been in it when it was open at one time, and it's so neat.
I think that business has ceased. I think.
The house old, antiques
Yeah.
in there, and it's just really neat. It's like walking back in time.
It's
when you
very
walk through
few of
the
those
door.
left. And I guess one of the biggest stores that still operate that way would be Williams Brothers. It has
Yeah.
been untouched. Where when Walmart came to town across the South, it took most of those stores away. They just couldn't compete. But Williams Brothers, they've hung in there. And they're still there today, just as strong.
Oh yeah, they stayed busy all the time.
Now, let's see, I saw Ronnie Millsap back in 2015. It was a great night. That old boy can sing. Debbie drove him around Meridian. He was
Really?
screaming and hollering. I'll never forget that.
He was screaming and
Oh, yeah.
hollering?
He was going along and goes, red light. And she slammed on brakes, of course, naturally. She picked him up at the airport. It was really, really funny.
Oh goodness, I
And
bet
then-
y'all had some fun.
Back in the day, it was. And, the artists were back, through the 2000s, really treated things a whole lot different. It's a different breed out there now.
Yeah,
Without a
the
doubt.
whole world's different now.
Who remembers the soap opera Search for Tomorrow? That debuted on this date back in 1951. As a kid, I can remember that. And it may still be in existence. I don't know. I don't watch the stories, but it did debut in 1951 on this date. So if you're a big fan of that. And I had almost forgotten about this fella. Anybody remember a guy named Steve Fawcett? He was going to balloon around the world.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't work out so well for him. It would have been better for him to stay at home and counted his money that he had instead of trying to do that. He would probably still be with us.
He disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. His
goodness.
balloon had a mishap, and well, that was the end of him. But
Goodness.
there's, but you take who's those Jeff Bezos and all those guys trying to be the first one into the air.
Yeah.
They want to be first. They want to leave their name behind as they've done something, and well, it ain't always good what they leave behind.
Was the guy in a hot air balloon?
Yeah.
Is that what he was in? Okay.
Yeah, hot air balloons spooked me.
Yeah. That's kind of like just.
Well, that professional, what was it, about 3, maybe 2 months at most ago? The guy was a professional. They landed and it shook and it threw him out and his feet got tangled
Yeah.
in the bottom of it and it went up and he,
That's scary.
and
I don't
he's
think
supposed
I'd
to have been
wanna-
like the world premier hot air balloon expert.
I don't think I want to go up in one of those.
It ain't for me
Me either.
because you're like, lean over and there it is. There ain't no running from it. Without a shadow of a doubt. So anyway, there, as we turn to Freeman Tractor, they've got things going on this morning as they get you ready for grass season. Once sunshine is back, all the rain is out, and if you need a part for your lawnmower, they're there for you. Look at all the parts in the back. Now, truly, do they know where it is? Absolutely not. But they'll stand around and dig around till they come up with that part there for you. It's the greatest computerized system you'll ever bump into. All there at Freeman Tractor. See them today if you're looking for a brand new X-Mark, or maybe you're wanting the very best there is, the Skagmore. They've got those from many different sizes all the way up to that 60-inch cut. You'll enjoy it. 72-inch cut. If you need a tractor, they've got cab and air conditioner to make your life easier. Maybe you need a bush hog on the front. One goes behind, or a bat wing, or maybe you're ready to disc up those fields for the summer. Mm-hmm. Fall plants. I'm trying to get it out there for your fall planting. I can't say it, but they've got plenty of discs for you. You can do your driveways, forks, and of course the Benchy made in Texas. If you need a way to get around on a UTV, they've got those to choose from, the 550 to the 750 with radios, navigations, and they got winches on them. You name it, they can equip it for you. Again, all there at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith and his friendly staff there. Buttermilk will be all over it, getting you into a new lawnmower and loaded for you there. Freeman Tractor. See them today.
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we move toward the top of the hour. We roughly have about 10 minutes of us, and I hope you'll enjoy that last 10 minutes with us as we go towards it there.
We hope you do.
Have you ever done the parasailing thing?
I have not, and I'm not going to.
So that would not.
You won't see me up on one of those. No, because I've heard of people falling and like sharks getting them.
Well,
yeah, I'm not. I'd be shark bait. I know it.
Another thing that they're doing now that is real similar to the parasailing is, and let me show you what this thing looks like here. This is like I don't know what you call it, a knee board type thing, to where you hook to that. Yeah, an old boy done that a couple of weeks back, and it picked him up, and the wind caught him, carried him 400 feet in the air, and then carried him inland and slammed him into a house.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's just say that was not a good day.
Yeah, that would not be a good day. Did it kill him?
It ended like the balloon thing.
Oh, gosh.
So just remember there's risk in any daredevil. It's like the woman not long ago who got ready to go do the bungee jumping thing. And she's getting ready to jump on the ramp there to be hooked up. And they tell her boyfriend to go ahead and jump. And she jumped without a... It was over for her.
That is not, it's not funny, but I mean, my gosh.
I know. It is, but it isn't. It's be careful.
Keep your feet on the ground. Just be on the safe side.
But there are daredevil. I would have never been Evel Knievel, and boy, I sure loved old Evel when I was a kid.
Yeah, I didn't watch him. My brother, I'm sure, did, but I didn't.
But he could do it all. He was like Mr. Macho America. It didn't matter how many bones he broke. He still came out all right. You know, and he made it all through the end there.
I watched like a documentary on him one time.
But we also learned with Evel Knievel, never back him into a corner because he may have a baseball bat. He's not scared to go to prison. You do remember all that, don't you?
No, because I didn't keep up.
He got into that argument with somebody. They jumped on him, and he took a baseball bat, and
oh gosh,
he had to go to prison for a few years. But Evel came out. He was really America's it on a stick.
Is that where he got the evil?
Evel Knievel. Controversy, and I know you're all up into this. Sister wives, as the families are divided on whether they should get the vaccine or not. Imagine that. That's going to be the focus of the show this year. I mean, let's say there's one common denominator amongst about, 10 wives here? 4 or 5. If he's got it, he's going to give it to everybody.
Right. I still can't get the concept of sharing your husband with 3 other women.
Trying to love 2 women is like a ball and chain. Okay, Oak boys.
That would not be a happy household.
And I guess the harem thing is really over in the Middle East now, isn't it? Or do they still do that? But is it? Am I right? And I'm not picking on anybody. Y'all tell me. Is it basically the state of Utah that this really goes on, and the rest of America kind of stands back and goes, Utah folks are kind of...
But how many men do you know that wants more than one wife?
None.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, they sit around and discuss, let's bring another wife up into the family. I mean, they honestly have these.
Yeah, it ain't a girlfriend, it's a wife.
But it is just, I don't know of any other state that does it. Maybe, but isn't it against the law also?
I think so. I mean,
you can't have more than one wife or one husband.
Maybe in Utah it's allowed. I don't know.
That's where Mitt Romney's from, is it not? I think. Somebody from Utah explained to me because I don't get
What do
it.
you call that? Is it
Polygamist?
Polygamist.
If I say it fast, nobody will know that I'm saying it wrong. Is all I'm trying to pull off here.
Yeah.
But a little different for our friends up there.
I'm going to call it twisted. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So if you know something more about that, please share there. The new iPhone is going to be coming out, they say, and this one will have this satellite capability. You know how your phone, when you get too far away from a tower, won't work right? Mm-hmm. It's going to have like a little satellite mode to where it'll still send a text message for you.
Good.
So that's
like
good.
it's a hiccup.
You need to go get some pickle juice, they say.
Pickle juice cures
I've heard
I knew
that.
it cured like leg cramps and cramps in your body. Yeah.
Try it and let me know if you just smell real bad the rest of the
Hopefully
day.
I'm not going to start hiccuping over here. I hope not.
That
That'd be
pickle
awful.
juice and people that freeze the pickle juice and put the ice.
Now, I like to drink pickle juice if I'm not feeling good. Like if I get a cold, I don't know what it is. I just, and my mother said my dad was the same way. So I don't know.
Ray says the Mormons used to do this, but they look the other way. The state of Utah says it's legal. No kidding, it's legal in that state. Well, I ain't about to stop for gas there no time soon. You won't be able to get away. Okay. I did not know that. I really thought it was still illegal in there. So there it's, wow. Huh. Well, there you go there.
Yeah.
Let's see, as we go across this, the CDC is urging Americans, if you have not, and this is the government talking here, if you have not had your shot, don't travel this weekend. But they're expecting 80 million unvaccinated Americans in some shape, form, or way to hit the streets. I don't think they're going to be able to stop them.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to keep people at home. I mean, that's just why I don't understand. I mean, why keep the unvaccinated at home?
Well, they're trying to say that the unvaccinated will spread it, is what they're saying.
Vaccinated will spread it.
Everybody can.
Everybody can spread it. I just don't understand. Like, it's just.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. That's what the CDC says.
This is what's keeping everybody in an uproar, really.
And what we really ought to be concerned about is terror alerts. There's a strong possibility those bad guys over there, because if y'all remember, we've got that terror alert issued till past September 11th as we go past.
Yeah. I'm convinced we've got so many people in this country now. There's not a doubt they're in every state, probably. You know
As
what
you
I'm
mean,
saying?
as in the bad people?
Yeah, the bad people.
Absolutely, they're here.
There's. I mean, I feel like you're gonna see in places that you would have probably never thought. I feel like you're gonna see stuff happening eventually.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just been too many. I mean, the southern border's open. Now we've brought people by plane from Afghanistan, and they loaded them so quick that they didn't vet them.
And then
correctly.
we saw the headline to where they were really considering giving American tax dollars to the Taliban if they followed up on hello.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The National Security Advisor, here's another headline here, where he refuses to call them an enemy. The Taliban they killed 13 of our guys, but he refuses to call them an enemy. Worried, I'm worried, I'm worried.
I'm telling you, I think somebody is in cahoots.
boy.
It just doesn't make sense.
But
Why?
back to your original statement there, if you have a free border that is wide open, bad folks sneak in with the other people.
Right.
That's how any movie that you watch, when you got somebody that's robbed a building, they pull the fire alarm and everybody starts running out and they blend in.
Right.
That's how they
all
do
of these people like I just said, that they brought from Afghanistan, they were supposed to be vetting these people, checking them out, but everything happened so quick, I guess, that they're not. There's people, they didn't do background checks on these people. I mean.
Now, this is the first, and we don't have a lot of time, but I'll quickly do this. In Florida, first I have heard of this. A Florida diner owner is turning away anybody that says they voted for Biden. And the headline says, take your business elsewhere if you support the administration complicit that killed our servicemen and women. So they're saying that you're to blame if you voted for Joe. But again, that's just a Florida diners. Again, Joe did that, not the voters. They didn't know he was, but they're turning away business on that. That's something there. Keep it in mind. We're coming up toward the top of the hour. As we come to this, we want to remind you, don't forget to go by and visit with our friends at the Hamasa Shriners. They're going to be all day sitting out there taking care of folks with peanuts today. Also, we've got the yard sale going on in Marion to help the rescue pups. They'll be there today. You can use PayPal, roadside_rescue@AOL.com is a way to email them. Drop in and visit with them today. Buy a little something. Help out a puppy dog locally and save a little life there because they love you. Ain't nothing like a dog. If you don't have one, get one today.
That's right. It'll be part of your family.
And I guess this is where we're supposed to do that. Bob, what's his name from The Price is Right? Get your pets neutered.
Oh, yeah. Get your pet spayed and neutered.
He used to, what was Bob? What was Bob's last name? We got like 20 seconds and I can't remember it. Bob Barker?
Bob Barker. That's
yeah.
it. Bob Barker. Yes.
Man, I just love that scene when he was with Happy Gilmore and they got in the fight on the golf course. We'll see y'all bright and early Monday. Thank you for joining us today.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by